Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of Foot Champions, a series where we are getting absolutely hammered this week. I don't know what's going on with me. 7 wins out of 10 is not good enough, especially when I'm wanting to push towards the high ranks for this week. Now, if we go 30 games unbeaten, that would be the dream. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Now, current rank, as you can see, guys, is 7 out of 10. That's for the first 10 games. Monthly, we've already hit elite, so we're guaranteed the 12 running forms anyway. 73 wins, 90 played, so we've lost 17 games in 90. That's pretty bad for me, and especially with the team I'm using as well, should be doing a lot better. But we're still on for Elite 1, which would be a brilliant finish as always, but top 100 is definitely out of there now, guys, I think, especially with the way I've been playing. So, if you guys do want the MSP, PSN codes, or cheat game codes, go and check out g2a.com, their link is down below. If we try and hit over 4,000 likes, that'd be brilliant. And guys, subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. You can see the team which we're using, guys. It is obviously the God Squad with Boateng, Smalling, Inform, Walker, One to Watch Pogba, Vieira, Hullet, and the front three of the Team of the Year trio of Ronaldo, Suarez, and Messi. And the bench, you can see the likes of Bale, Best, DYBALA, Vidal, Royce, Higuain, and the team in the group stage, Griezmann as well. I don't know, we're on a 3-game loss streak currently, 10 games today, game 11 to 20, fingers crossed we can break out of this duck and get back to winning ways, which I think we definitely deserve, but we just need that little bit of luck, you know? Servers are rough as well, the Lunar SBCs and stuff and packs have just come out, so it's going to be a rough weekend, I think. So guys, moving on into the first game, we are up against a pretty weak team looking at it. Vengeful Panda with the likes of Martial, Inform Defoe, Inform Lallana, Narsing, Emre Can, Klein, and also Smalling, Otamendi. A very, very strong looking defence regardless, and we started off pretty nicely. Suarez picking up the ball, guys, and going for an absolute lever of a long shot to make it 1-0 in the 29th minute of the game. Suarez, as I've always said, guys, is brilliant inside and outside the area, but more than likely he's going to be the person picking the ball up outside the area, which is a little bit different to how Benzema did play. He picked the ball up inside the area and was obviously able to shield it there. So there's a little bit of difference between the team I used the last weekend league to this one, which obviously the front three has changed. But the main talking point of today, guys, is going to be anti-FIFA. Now, that term is thrown around a hell of a lot. Is it good? Not really, but we're going to talk about the pros and cons of it. Now, you guys obviously watch real-life football like I do. If you're a Liverpool fan, you see anti-football quite a lot. And by that, I do mean, like, the Ultra D counter-attack style of play, and Liverpool obviously can't score against it, and they concede a hell of a lot of goals from it as well. But it's a decent tactic. That's a decent tactic used in real-life football, catching people on the counter after sponging a lot of attack from mainly the dominant team, which is what a hell of a lot of people do see within the Foot Champions, and how that does work. So what Foot Champions does turn out like the first 10 games, guys, you would have seen me struggling in the last 3, but the first 7 walking over opponents quite easily, and that was caused through my opponents not really defending that well and playing the game like you would a normal seasons game, you know, not playing on the Ultra D counter attack, but actually trying to play the game and score goals. Now, there is players out there who purposely go out there, like there's a lot of 5 at the back teams. When I see a 5 at the back team, I come up against them. Actually, I don't think I've come up against one this weekend, so I don't think I've come up against one this month, 5 at the back. But 5 at the back was seen as an anti-FIFA formation. Mainly because you had so many defenders, you were trying to break down that wall and try and spend ages sponging the attack from the opponent and then catching them on the counter attack, which works. It does work. I sometimes I used to do it last year when I was playing the likes of Gorilla. I will play defensive and then try and catch him on the counter-attack, and Gorilla as well. He may concede a hell of a lot of goals, but he's a clinical counter-attacking style of player and does the damage going forward. So anti-FIFA, a lot of people pass around the back from the first minute. A lot of people play really, really slow possession-based football. I'm one of them players. I do the shield button. That could be seen as anti-FIFA as well. But do I have a problem with it? I don't. Do you guys have a problem with it? A majority of you probably won't as well. But a lot of people are using it towards the excuse where, well, I don't really want to play Foot Champions because of how many people anti-FIFA. But you got to look at what's up for grabs in Foot Champions. Now, obviously, we lose a game in the background, as you see in there. There's a lot of stuff up for grabs in Foot Champions. The rewards are absolutely insane. Not only the monthlies, but the weeklies as well. If you hit Elite 1, which is 34 wins, you get 6 guaranteed Team of the Week players plus 2 100k packs. if you look at that in cash value, guys, if you're going to buy FIFA points to replicate that, it's a lot of money. So I understand why people do their hardest to win games. Now, there's certain styles which I can't play against. Defensive, skillers, shield. Actually, I can't really play against most people, but shielding is really difficult to play against, and I have come up against it once this weekend league, and I think it's actually in this bunch of clips as well. So a lot of people have their own certain style to win games. A lot of people enjoy playing the counter-attack, frustrating the opponent into making mistakes and then slipping the ball in through to their fast strikers and putting the ball into the back of the net. Do I get pissed off playing against them players? I do. Do we understand why they do it? I do as well. So I have no complaints about it. Now, there is other players who will take a 1-0 lead early on and then play a nice possession-based FIFA all around. They won't attack. They won't aim to give the ball up. And that is what wins. Now, I've been watching the Madden Pro Bowl, I think it is. It the Pro Bowl? This weekend, which is like the esports style of gaming, which obviously Foot Champions is going to be next weekend for the regionals in Paris. And there's one player called Problem Right. He is the best esports player in Madden. Now, this is totally unrelated to FIFA, as you guys know, because Madden is a totally different game. But the way he plays is a very patient, possession-based game where he like calculates how much time's left and he plays a certain style. He goes for the points. He's very, very good at defending and will obviously build up the points very, very slowly to take the wins. And that's how he's become a very, very dominant player within the Madden esports scene and the best player in the Madden esports scene. And that's how a lot of people have decided to play Foot Champions as well. A nice possession-based play, take the goals when they can and just try and not to concede any goals, which is how everyone should play football anyway. Now, the game before this one, guys, I was playing on the Friday night. I had a power cut which did lose the footage of 2 games. It lost the footage of this game and the game before. So I've had to show you the highlights from after game, guys. So you saw a clip of his team which had full legends and stuff like that, and it shows us taking a 2-0 win as well. So I was able to capture the footage to show you guys that one, but apologies for the power cut. Now up against Lou Hector 93, and with the anti-FIFA talk, guys, I want to know your opinions on it. Do you agree why people should play a very, very different base style of FIFA compared to how a fun game should be? Or do you understand why people are doing it? Or do you just get annoyed? And obviously EA have took the certain steps to removing stuff from the game, like removing the fact you can manually adjust players' positions, so you're not coming up against them 10-1 formations, and also adjusting the back line, I do believe, as well. But I haven't really noticed that. I think it was a back line positioning between the defence and the midfield, so there was a bigger gap to break down now. So a lot of changes, and obviously it took effect for this first weekend league now, after the weekend league was cancelled the previous weekend. Now, also talking about the Force DC glitch, we actually haven't come up against it yet, which is very, very interesting. I was complaining a hell of a lot about it, how the weekend league shouldn't have been running because of the active glitches on FIFA. I have seen a lot of people on Twitter tweeting me about the glitch as well, when they were like 3-0 up and then they were forced disconnected off the EA servers. But I don't know, it's one which hopefully EA do sort out for the next month, because even though it's not the qualifiers, it is still a competitive month. I know the FIFA players are still going to be playing as well, and this game here, like, we picked up so many losses this run, guys. It's been absolutely ridiculous. This guy we played against now, he was a shielder, I'm a shielder. It was a very, very boring game. You can see there, guys, I was resorted to one shot, one target to his 7 and 6. I could have won the game, but he was clinical in the one open chance he did get, which was very, very frustrating. So in the comment section below, guys, please leave your comments about anti-FIFA and the term which is used. Do you guys play the counter-attacking defensive style of play and do pick up a lot of victories? And do you enjoy playing it? I'm curious, guys. I'm not going to be bagging on anyone for the way they play FIFA. There is a few players I've bagged on in the past, but usually that's been like spite out of losing games and then the initial moment, especially if it's been the last game where I do the outro. This game was a tough one. You can see Hullet picking up the ball here to Ronaldo. Ronaldo with the ball opens himself up for a shot which is blocked, goes for another shot, and look at that, for a rising half volley into the top corner, guys, to make it 2-0. Ridiculous goal. And I think I scored one with Messi in this clip as well, where it's an accidental shot and he just looked absolutely brilliant. We do get done with a near post corner technique there, guys, for my opponent to make it 2-1 in the 47th, but then we thought we would try it as well, seeing as though it is that effective. You can see the arrow moving in a second towards the front post into the 6-yard area, and Ronaldo makes his run onto it, flicks it past the keeper, 3-1, back into the lead, not long after my opponent had taken the steps to come back into the game. 74th minute, Lacazette picks up the ball, nice sidestep dribble here, finesse shot, brilliant finish, and that's the end, guys. We have finished on 2 losses in this run. So there we are, guys. Bateson's lost 5 games in the first 20. That is pretty rough. Am I interested in FIFA this weekend? I don't feel like I am. You guys know when I'm like really hyped up and 100% know, I get prepared for Weekend League. I never got prepared for Weekend League this time. Obviously thought that the God Squad would be able to powerhouse me some wins. Not the case. This game, it was a tough game. Since the first first 7 games were reasonably okay, as soon as that happened, 3 losses in a row, boom, 7 and 10. And then we've lost another 2 in this run, taking us to 5 losses already. I'm hoping that the next round of games, the next 10 to 20 games, is where we can actually push on and do all right. We've already guaranteed ourselves elite for the month, so we guaranteed the 12 red cards, but I definitely want more out of it. I definitely want something for the week as well. It's like I want to be finishing elite. Elite 1's still Elite 1's still there if I can win 19 games. Will it happen? Probably not. But let's see anyway, guys. I had a little bit of fun today. Apologies for the obviously the lack of gameplay in there. A fucking power cut happened and just completely fucked the recording of some of the footage. So I missed out on one game, and I think one of the games would have been highlights from after the game anyway, just to give you guys a little bit of insight of what did happen. So apologies for that. Nothing I can do. There's no backup files on my computer, so we've had to do it this way. So guys, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're not, and I'll be back another time with another video for you guys to enjoy.